Hi, my name's Andy. Thank you for visiting my Just Giving page. I'm looking at raising some money by throwing myself out of a plane for two fantastic charities in Macmillan Cancer Support and the Harlequins Foundation. During the whole of lockdown, my mother-in-law has been fighting cancer and her treatment is currently ongoing. It's my honour to try and raise some money for her choice of charity, Macmillan Cancer Support, who do some outstanding work with those battling cancer and their friends and family and loved ones. Also during lockdown, I've had a lot of time to do a lot of self-reflection, and I've noticed that the real lack of sport, so being able to take part or even watch sport, has had a real big effect on me, especially rugby. I've realised that, part of my love of sport is because I've realised how sport, and particularly rugby, has made me who I am. I can remember the reasons why I played rugby, and I only very recently told my own wife the story of why I started playing rugby for the first time, because it was quite emotional. That story all started back when I was about 12 years old at school. I was on lunch break and my friends went off to play with some other kids and left me all alone. And I remember having a feeling of being sad and very, very lonely, to the point where I started to cry. I suddenly found myself surrounded by another group of lads who all started teasing me for crying and calling me a loner. And it was at that very moment that I promised myself that I wouldn't let this happen again, and that I would do whatever I could to make sure I had that close-knit friendship group. I noticed by looking around me at school that the rugby team had, one, were very popular, but also they had a very good close-knit friendship between them. And I decided at that very point that I was going to play rugby, and I didn't care how I got there, I was going to do it. It took me about 2 years to break into the school team, having not played before. But I remember that feeling of pride when I ran out for the school for the first time. The rugby team itself was very welcoming from the get-go, even though I didn't know what I was doing. They made me feel part of a family and a group. And it was that encouraged me then to join my local rugby club at Reading Rugby Club, for where I've been a member ever since. I played all of my rugby career there. They're a great family as well. And then when my playing days started to come towards an end, I also joined Harlequins as a member. And again, not knowing anyone at Harlequins, me and the wife went there and have been welcomed with open arms by everybody. It's a real family affair down there. That feeling of having a family through rugby, and the lessons that rugby have taught me between discipline and teamwork have really helped shape me and form me as the man I am today. I was lucky in my life that I didn't have any real barriers to take part in sport or rugby, but I'm aware that lots of youngsters nowadays do have lots of barriers, and the work that the Harlequins Foundation does in helping to bring sport and the Harlequins ethos to those kids and youngsters is absolutely fantastic, and really strikes a chord with me and my story of how I got into rugby and started playing. And that's my reasons for wanting to raise some money for the Harlequins Foundation as well. So again, thank you very much for visiting my page. Please spare any donations you can, that would be absolutely fantastic. If you can't afford to donate anything, completely appreciate in the current circumstances. Please share my page, somebody else might be able to, or even just spread the word of both Macmillan Cancer Support and the Harlequins Foundation. Somebody out there might find some information on their websites that are invaluable to them. Thank you once again.